Welcome to another Santa Barbara Wargaming Battle Report. Today we have Aaron versus Christian. I'm playing Cygnar. Christian is playing Trollbloods. We're playing a 50-point game. Right here's my army. I'm bringing Jeremiah Cray, 2 Hunters, 2 units of Rangers, the Black 13th, a Stormwall, a Centurion, 2 units of Mechanics. It's a Tier 3 build, so I got 2 walls to place, which I placed here and here. I have an obstruction over here, a forest over here, and then hills on the far flanks. I'm thinking moving forward that I want my Rangers to take advantage of Prowl, followed up by the Black 13th who also have Prowl. These Rangers will probably sit behind this wall and shoot targets of opportunity and then maybe move forward to use their marked target. My Hunters and my Stormwall I'm going to use to try to take down Jarl's beasts early, try to deprive him of Fury. And Cray I'm going to try to keep alive until I make a counterattack with my Centurion. I'm looking forward to using my feet, because I believe that the Centurion and the Stormwall will both benefit largely from it with the boosted melee attacks and the extra movement. I'm really excited for this game. Should be great.
Alright, so my name's Christian. I'm playing Trolls today. I've got Jarl with a Earthborn Dire Troll, a Bomber who's proxying as a Blitzer, because none of the group has one yet. Rune Bearer.
Trollses.
Yeah, Trollses. An Impaler, a unit of Rune Shapers, Janessa, right? That's her name? Janessa, sweet. Chronicler, unit of Scouts that are actually Scattergunners, because mine don't have the bases in yet. And the Fenblade UA is proxying their UA, because I don't have that yet. And a unit of Champions. And Alt Ashley, off on the corner, gonna do absolutely nothing. My goal with this is I'm gonna try to get a couple tricks off. I'm not expecting to win. One of the biggest tricks I want to try to play around with, unfortunately, because Aaron didn't bring a lot of infantry aside from the Rangers, I'm not going to be able to do that much, but I want to do a trick where the Rune Shapers charge in, knock everything down, and then the Scattergunners charge in, stab the things that are knocked down, and then shoot everything behind them. The Champions are there just because we don't have any Sluggers or the Slugger card in the group. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Alright, so on my turn I allocated a focus to the Centurion, to each of the Hunters and the Stormwall, kept 2 on Cray. The Hunters ran over here on the left flank, my Rangers ran up over here and over here. Cray advanced and cast full tilt on the Centurion, who then ran over here. My Mechanics advanced here and here, and my Stormwall advanced here. My Black 13th is over here in the forest. So I feel like I put myself in a fairly good kind of pincer position. Christian's going to have to advance towards the zone, and that'll allow me to envelop him from either side. Alton Ashley, I'm not totally familiar on what he does, but I know he doesn't ignore stealth, so as long as I stay in the forest, I can benefit from Prowl and be safe from his pot shots, and that'll kind of force him to come forward and allow me to deal with him. My Centurion is kind of my zone capture, the one who pushes forward and contests objectives and tries to put Christian on the back foot. So putting full tilt on him and running him forward first turn is pretty key to my plan, because I want to be able to advance and pop Polarity Shield and buy some extra attacks on Christian next turn. So hopefully Christian will move into his 10-inch threat range. The Stormwall, I'm going to kind of keep central, play a little more conservatively with him because I don't have Arcane Shield in this list to throw on him. My Hunters on the left are going to be used to take pot shots at the Scattergunners and the Rune Shapers as opportunity presents itself, and my Hunters are kind of to shoot Jarl's beasts, do some damage, and mostly pull them off to the side and allow me to deal with his infantry and then kind of deal with him as he comes. So we'll see what Christian has next turn.
Alright, so we're at the bottom of turn 1. What did I do this turn? Let's see, my Rune Shapers came up, I threw a couple AoEs, I got a great scatter off on these Rangers, killing 3 of them, causing them to fail their check, which didn't really end up mattering since I killed 2 more of them anyway with Jarl. But anyway, that was cool. Janessa came up, put a wall up here. My, let's see, order of operations was a little funky this turn. So my Earthborn Dire Troll riled and ran. I didn't leave myself enough Fury because I'm an idiot. My Impaler cast Far Strike on him, walked over here. Blitzer came up, tried to shoot at those guys. Realized I should have cast Far Strike on my Blitzer. Oh well. Then, let's see, Jarl came up here. He cast Quicken on himself. He came up here. He shot at the Ranger unit. Boosted to hit the first one, hit it. Didn't boost to hit the second one, hit it. And then cast Tactical Supremacy on these Trolls, Champions. Then Trolls is Then the Scribe activated, gave them Tail of Mists, the Scattergunners. Trollses came over here, used his once per game thing to give them Quicken, dropping it off of Jarl. And Jarl popped his feet too, sorry. I put clouds over here, I rolled pretty well. Gave them Quicken, they all advanced, and 3 of them sprayed, killing 1 Ranger. Champs did their tactical supremacy move to move just outside of the clouds here and be kind of a threat for next turn. So now we'll see what happens.
Alright, Cygnar turn 2. Not much happened. Jarl's feet shut me down pretty well. I was unable to take the pot shots that I wanted with my hunters. I wasn't able to really target his beasts or his champions at all. The clouds really shut down my line of sight. On my turn, my ranger rallied. The rangers over here, I believe, killed a scattergunner and also killed Alton Ashley. The Black 13th killed another additional scattergunner and a rune shaper. The Centurion advanced over here under full tilt and popped his polarity shield. And something interesting, we actually had to look this up because we weren't totally sure on it. You cannot use focus to buy additional attacks after using a star action. I did not realize that, but Paul helpfully pointed it out and we looked it up, and an Infernal confirmed it. So remember, if you're at home playing War Machine, don't make a star action and then try to buy additional attacks because that's against the rules. My Cray popped Guided Fire, and my Stormwall took 2 fully boosted shots at Genesis Stone Tide? Stone something? Stone Woman. Stone Troll. So I shot her twice, didn't roll very well the first time, but the second time rolled pretty well, and she failed her tough roll, so I managed to take her off the board, which is good, because I hate her a lot. That wall wherever you want it is a very powerful ability. I popped a Storm Pod right here, and ran my mechanics up to kind of delay. I'm guessing he's going to try to clear out a charge lane for the champs, sort of quicken on them and have them charge my Storm Wall. So I did as much as I could to delay that and make it as difficult as possible. I kind of staggered my guys, so if he moves his scattergunners over here, he will either take free strikes from the Centurion or he won't be able to get very many in the spray. Also, I was a little worried about him casting rock walls on him. I'm sure Jarl will kill at least 2 of them, but I'm hoping that that'll leave enough of them to block the charge of the champions. Kind of depends on how the scattergunner does. My hunters are still over here on a far flank, not really impacting on the battle, but he's going to have to make a hard choice next turn on whether he ignores them and starts taking fully boosted armor-piercing attacks, or whether he sends someone after them and diverts resources from the main conflict over here on the right. My Rangers did a great job last turn of marking up targets and allowing me to hit some guys behind walls and under concealment and under quicken. And I'm going to hopefully preserve at least these 3. I'm sure these 2 will probably bite the dust this turn, but at least these 3 will be able to run up next turn and allow me to get that +2 on shooting attacks. My Centurion's acting kind of as a big clog over here, tying up at least, I believe, 3 of his scatterguns in my reach range, and not really allowing him to move past me and engage the rest of my forces over here or over here. His champs, like I said, I try to shut down with the Gobbers and the Storm Pod, but that'll be kind of the interesting part of next turn on what he does about that and whether he gets the charge off on the Stormcloud, or the Stormwall, excuse me.
Alright, so this is the bottom of turn 2. Let's see, I've got a lot of stuff happen this turn. So first things first, we'll start with activation. So Rune Shaper's activated. This guy popped the little Storm Pod that was right here. This guy punched the Centurion, knocking him down with Tremor, which allowed my Scattergunners to get freed up, who are the freaking champs this turn. They are like, I don't even know, they are so cool this turn because they killed all of the Black 13th and 4 Rangers, needing 9s and 10s to hit. And one of them killed 2 Black 13th and a Ranger with 1 shot, which was really cool for me. Aaron was not so happy with that. But, you know, it was pure luck. It wasn't even skill. So, you know, it's a dice game. That'll happen. The Trollses came up. We gave him a free Fury. Impaler gave the Blitzer, bomber, but it's a Blitzer. Gave him Far Strike. He then activated, put a couple shots into the Storm Wall. He only got 2 shots with his initials, and he didn't do any damage the first time, and then did 1 point of damage the second shot. Jarl aimed, blasted away the Gobber, or the field mechanic leader, killing him and another Gobber with Magic Bullet. Then he Swift Huntered up, took another shot with Magic Bullet, killing the other two, and then had enough to cast Quicken on the champs. Let's see. Then the Mountain Troll, Earthborn, that one with the fist between his legs. He moved up just to get, kind of counter-punchy range. And then my champs charged, and they took out the entire left half of the storm wall, and actually about half of the boxes on the right half, maybe a third. And they did great. They did a great job. One of them was too far out of range, so I ran him over here to get protection against the hunters. This turn, I realized two things. First, I really fucked up my deployment. Second, how hard it is to activate trolls. They are not... Okay, so, all the flack I've given Paul over the, year and a half that he played trolls about how broken they were, it takes a lot of effort to just wrap your mind around all of the stacking crap they have to do. This is nothing like playing Circle. This is totally nothing like playing... You're so slow, for one. You guys are speed 4s and 5s. So you're playing Scorn without the buffs to give you range. Except for Quicken, I guess. I can't really say much there. But it's really kind of cool, and it's kind of twisting my whole idea about the game. So I'm really looking forward to this turn to see what Aaron does to my champs. We were talking about the Gobbers being a 6 or under to heal the Storm Wall, so if he can't get that off, it might give my champs a fighting chance to not die. And then I've got a nice little Earthborn over here that he's going to have to take care of next turn, or I'm going to be in his face, causing some issues. He's got his Hunters over here poised. I do have one Fury left on Jarl. We'll see what happens. And I still have all of my Whelps, because he's done no damage to my beasts yet. So, on to turn 3.
Alright, so my turn did not go super well. Just a couple different things combined. I swept the champions, only managed to kill one.
Because 2 of them made their tough rolls twice in a row.
Several tough rolls that were made, a slew of them. But with buying additional attacks, making tough rolls, and then using my Ranger and my Storm Pod, I managed to kill 2 of them. So not exactly what I would have liked my Colossal to be doing this turn, but that happens. My Hunters both shot the Impaler, did 18 points of damage to him.
Yep, they took out a column.
So
a spiral.
They hit him pretty hard, then light cabbed over to the right to keep him in Kray's movement.
And he popped out a whelp.
Kray swung over to the right, the Ranger shot some Scattergunners, and the Centurion stabbed a Rune Shaper. He made his tough roll, then I bashed him with my shield, and he failed his tough roll. So that was it for my turn. I'm not in an amazing position right now. But we'll see what Christian has. I'll probably get charged by an Earthborn here because I'm pretty sure he'll be able to clear a space, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a pretty decent free strike off on him from the Hunter, and I'm hoping that my Storm Wall will be able to survive this next turn.
Alright, so this is the bottom of turn 3?
Yep.
Right? Oh! No, I don't get a point because the thing's not destroyed yet. Okay, so let's see. This turn I did a rinse repeat with the Scattergunners and the Rune Shaper. Not the greatest thing this turn because I did knock 2 of my own guys down, but what are you going to do? Knock down Centurion. This one aimed, killing 1 Ranger. This one killed 1 of the Gobbers, and I don't think he did dick to Crane. I don't think he hit Craig. Let's see. Impaler walked over here, cast his Far Strike on this guy, walked over here, threw a shot boosting to hit against the
Storm Pod,
killing it. Blitzer walked up right next to the Earthbound, who used to be right here, did his repulsion, but first he took a shot off at the Chica, who's right here, the Ranger leader, who's right there, killing her. Then he did his repulsion, knocking the Hunter back into the wall, pushing, I should say. The Jarl activated, moved up, did 2 magic bullets, killing a couple of the little shitheads back there. And then I was trying to get to Cray, but Cray was too far away. Shucks. Leaving 1, casting Quicken on the Earthborn Dire Troll, and leaving 1 Fury on Jarl for transfers. Earthborn charged in, did quite a bit of damage to the storm wall. Didn't kill it. Loaded up on Fury. The champions activated, shuffled around. This one ran at the leader, stopping right in front of Jarl to, I don't know, do something maybe. They finished off. Well, he finished off the storm wall with two swings. I realized I should have had the other one swing around a little bit more and take that guy out, but what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, he helped Jarl cast a spell for one cheaper, and I think that's it. So with this turn,
And your Chronicler did charge the trolls.
Chronicle did charge the trolls on them, which allowed them to kill that guy. This turn was a little finagly, I must admit. I'm still getting used to the multiple different animi that I have here that I don't have with Circle, such as animi that give me bonus to range, or animi that like do some pushy pulley stuff like Repulsion. That's a cool animi I didn't even know the Blitzer had. For strategy for this turn, you stupid little. Come on, I'm just gonna put him right up here, okay? 'Cause you're probably gonna shoot him this turn anyway. There you go.
You've ruined my whole strategy.
Yeah, right. So this turn, I was aware that I was leaving myself wide open. I should have gotten greedy with those magic bullet shots. I should have actually just camped 3 or probably 3 on Jarl so I could take the 3 shots that are coming at me this turn. Unfortunately, I only have the 1, and I have to rely on my Def 15 and my Evasive to be able to not get killed this turn. If I can if he can miss me at least once, I might have a little bit of a fighting chance to at least get around something and try to figure out to get away from his range, or maybe tie myself up in melee or something like that. If not, then I'm dead. So we'll see what happens.
Alright, so I went all out on the assassination run. It did not go very well. Mixture of fairly poor dice rolls made it so Jarl is sitting pretty at, what is it, 6 or 7 left?
No, he's got 3 left.
3 left. So Jarl has 3 health left, and I'm going to die next turn. So let's finish this off.
Alright. So, my turn's over. I just let my dire Earthborn Frenzy right into Cray. Did 15 damage to him with 1 swing, because Cray's weapon's PAL 7, and my champs finished it off. Overall, I got really lucky one turn, and Aaron's assassination run, he just didn't get lucky on the dice, but he really set it up well. It was a really close game, and it was really cool. It was really interesting to see how trolls really work, and I don't know if I like it, or I would like it if it was not Jarl. I like Jarl because I like the way he plays, because he's different. Yeah, so that's the game.